Hello everyone, and welcome to SCP Secret Laboratory Guide Part 3. This is the last SCP guide, after which comes my own fan-made trailer. With that being said, my name is Hakyfuzz, and let's get right into it. So, the monsters you saw in the videos of me screaming are called SCPs. In the SCP universe, there are over thousands of SCPs. There are more than 5,000 SCPs as far as I know actually. But in the game SCP Secret Lab, there are currently 12 SCPs in total, of which 7 are playable and other 5 are consumable or interactive. Each SCP has their unique abilities and their weaknesses, which we will cover soon. First one on our list is SCP-173. So probably the most iconic SCP, and actually the first SCP ever created, is SCP-173. 173 is a concrete statue that can move only when not observed, so if someone is looking at it, it can't move. It kills you by snapping your neck when you don't look at it, so if you encounter it, do not turn your back to him. That's the last thing you will do. He can move extremely fast, traveling a few meters in literally a blink of an eye.
Open the door! 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 Peanut! No!
That shit right
Open the
now.
door! Open the door!
You can get away from it by looking at him at all times and walking backwards. It will lose patience after some time. Hopefully. Next up is SCP-096. This SCP is the most dangerous SCP in the game, in my opinion, and one of the most dangerous and scariest SCPs in the SCP universe as well. SCP-096 is a humanoid creature measuring 2.3 meters in height, with very long arms that are grossly out of proportion with the rest of its body. 096 is docile, but if someone sees its face, it will begin screaming and crying loudly. Approximately 5 seconds after the player saw its face, 096 will begin to run towards that player, proceeding to kill him. 096 has the ability to know the exact location of its targets, because red dot appears on everyone who saw its face, and it won't stop until its rage state is over, which lasts about 15 seconds. You can get away from it, but only if a large group of players saw its face at the same time. Then he doesn't have the time to kill all the players, so you might potentially survive. If it doesn't go for you, of course.
Yeah, I know how it works. Come on, guy, call. No.
Oh. Get in!
Yeah.
Next SCP is SCP-939. 939 is a big reptile-like creature with red skin and big spikes on its back. One of its special abilities is that it can speak. Hello? Anyone there? Ah, there you are. It can trick other players into thinking that it's one of them, but nobody is stupid enough to fall for it anymore. 939's vision is based on sound, so when you make sound, as an example, when you walk, 939 will be able to see you, but as soon as you stop moving, you become invisible for it. Oh, and 939 can also see through walls, so if someone is in another room separated by a wall and is making any sound, 939 will also be able to see that player. Though its vision is also based on distance of the player and volume of the sound that player is creating. If the player is walking, 939 will be able to see him, but when it's in a short distance from the player. But if the player is running or shooting, it will be able to see him much further away. So in short, its weakness is silence. And bullets. A lot of bullets. SCP-049. 049 is a humanoid creature resembling a medieval plague medic. He is dressed in black clothes with a mask resembling a bird. His nickname is the Plague Doctor. When a player comes in contact with him, the player dies, and 049 has two options. Option A, leave the body, or option B, reanimate the body. If he chooses to reanimate the body, that player will come back to life as SCP-049-2, or in short, a T-posing zombie. But both option 1 and 2 are useless because zombies will just find a way to kill themselves. Nobody wants to be a zombie. SCP-106. 106 is an elderly humanoid creature, and his special ability is to walk through any solid material, but in this game it can only walk through doors. 106 kills players by pulling them into his pocket dimension. When a player is pulled into the pocket dimension, he will start losing health and will find himself in a dark room with 8 hallways. 2 of these hallways lead to freedom, while other 6 will kill you. 106 can also make a portal and teleport to it from any point in the facility. And our last but not least playable SCP, SCP-079. 079 is a computer which by me is the most boring and the most useless SCP of all. But anyway, it can access the CCTV cameras around the facility and interact with electronics like doors or Tesla gates. So it can help other SCPs and maybe kill a few players, but it is still boring as hell. And really annoying to the other players too. And with that we have covered every playable SCP, so now we are switching to consumable or interactive ones. SCP-914. SCP-914 is a big machine used for upgrading stuff in the game. You can upgrade or downgrade keycards, weapons, medical items, and many more things that I probably don't know yet. The machine goes by the name of the Clockworks, but the players call it the Upgrade Room, or as the cool kids say, 914. In the middle of the machine is a panel with 5 options: Rough, Coarse, 1-to-1, Fine, and Very Fine. But the only 2 settings you are going to need are 1-to-1 and Fine. Option Rough. The machine will downgrade the item for a few levels of its value, or it will just destroy the item. If the value of the item is already minimum, it will destroy it as well. Option Coarse. The machine will downgrade an item for just 1 level of its value. If the value of the item is already minimum, it will destroy it. Option 1-to-1. The machine will replace the item with another item of the same value. Option Fine. The machine will upgrade an item for just 1 level of its value. If the value of the item is already maximum, it will destroy it. And option Very Fine. The machine will upgrade the item for a few levels of its value, or it will just destroy it. If the value of the item is already maximum, it will destroy it as well. There are a few more rules applied to the machine which I don't really understand. If you want the full guide on how to master SCP-914 along with everything else, go to the 2020 guide to SCP-SL. I will put the link to the full guide video in the description. The latest big update for SCP-SL was the Mega Patch 2, and with that update came 4 new SCPs. You may think that they are dangerous too. And yes, you're correct, but they're quite useful actually. SCP-018. 018 is a red rubber ball that becomes faster every time it hits a solid surface. So basically what that means is when the ball is dropped 1 meter, for an example, it will bounce 2 meters into the air. When it hits the ground again, it will bounce 4 meters into the air, and then 8 and then 16 and so on, reaching massive speeds and causing massive damage to the environment and any organic substances in the way. It is considered a weapon in SCP-SL. And it's also perfect for playing dodgeball in the elevator. SCP-500. SCP-500, also known as the Panacea, is a consumable SCP. A pill that when consumed will regenerate all of your health and will give you an effect of regeneration for a few seconds. It is really useful in any type of situation because you can heal in a short amount of time. SCP-207. SCP-207 is another consumable SCP, also known as the cola bottle. Basically, it's a bottle of cola that gives you speed when you drink it, but it also has a downside. It slowly drains your health until you eventually die, however the effects can be stopped with the previous mentioned SCP-500. SCP-268. SCP-268 is a hat that makes you invisible when you wear it. It can give you a huge advantage when you're running from your enemies. Beware though, its effects last only for about 15 seconds and it has a cooldown after wearing, so use it wisely. But none of those items will help you escape if you don't know what you're doing. Not even the rescue team. There's no rescue. You can't rely on someone in this game. They will only end up betraying you. Even your own team will sell you out just to survive. Trust no one, no matter how nice they sound or look. Good luck, and goodbye. Hakyfuzz is signing out.
Hello? Anyone there?